Hello everyone, welcome back to ParsecGames, and this video is going to be a bit different. I'm just going to basically just casually talk about my experience with Five Nights at Freddy's on Scratch and the Scratch team, how they handled the, I don't want to call it the situation, but how they handled the situation. And usually my videos, which are not tutorials, are usually scripted, and this time I'm not going to have it scripted. I'm just going to talk a bit into the microphone, and then I'll see what I'm going to add in post-production. What kind of visuals. So if you see a dancing clown right now, that's why. Yeah, so I remember I did Five Nights at Freddy's a long time ago. The thing is, the original game came out in 2014, I think in August, maybe August 7th or 8th. I'm just gonna look it up, just a moment. FNAF release date. 23rd of July 2014. You'll have to excuse my German Google. I don't know how to change that. I'm too stupid to change it. So that was on the 23rd of July that it released. Okay, so I'm just gonna look at my own FNAF projects, because this is actually the original. This is, if you remember, if you're old school, if you remember my old Scratch page when this was still uploaded and still published, then you'll still remember this project. This is the original one. So I made this in, or let's say I released it in October of 2014, so that's not bad. That's like about 3 months. Yeah, that's not bad. So it took me 3 months from the original release of the actual game to me publishing this my FNAF remake on Scratch. And let's see. So as you can see, these comments, I think the thing is, thinking about it now, these people were probably 7 years ago. 7 years ago. The thing is, if these people were, let's say, 12 at the time, that means they're now 17, which is crazy, you know. And the thing is, I was 12 when I actually made this project, when I published it. I don't really remember. I think it worked, obviously. I remember this post-it note and everything. So if you remember the old project, this is gonna be kind of nostalgic for you, because I added my own stuff at least in the main menu and that kind of stuff. Yeah, this is what it was like back then, trying to play FNAF for free. This is what you had to do. So I made the buttons very big for some reason, and this is already clipping through the... Okay, so there's some small bugs, but I think it worked overall. And I remember at the time, this was probably the best FNAF project you could find on Scratch. Probably the most... I mean, I don't want to brag or anything, but I think it was the most accurate one. I actually spent a lot of time making sure it's actually kind of accurate. And as you can see, I got quite a couple views on that project. So that's 4,182,499. Okay. You might remember the other one. Now you're looking at all my unpublished Scratch projects. Where is FNAF 2? No, that's not. This is FNAF 2. And I think this one actually had more views. No. Okay, this one had 70,000 views less, but more likes for some reason. This one had 3,000, this one had 7,000. Okay, that's strange. It's so strange reading these comments from 5 years ago, knowing all these people are like probably having completely different lives now than they have back. I mean, my life also changed quite a bit in the last 5 years, so I guess it makes sense. So you might have already noticed this thing up here with we censored this project, blah blah blah. Now I actually kept the original notifications of all the projects of mine that have been unpublished because they weren't child friendly enough. So the first one to be unpublished was actually FNAF 2 on... I'm guessing this is an American way of writing it, because I don't think there's a 17th month. But I guess it's November 17th, 2015, which is 5 years ago. Yeah, almost 5.5. Yeah, we censored this project because it contains elements of that are too scary for the Scratch website. Scratch is a website used by people of all ages. It's important that everything shared to the Scratch website is appropriate for all ages. Okay, so yeah, I remember this. I actually remember, I think, coming home from school, 12-year-old me. Well, actually 13 at that point. 13. Coming home and seeing this and being kind of sad about it. Because I mean, I was kind of proud of having so many views and having these projects up, and then having them deleted was kind of sad. And then the day after they unpublished Five Nights at Freddy's 3, Which is interesting. Why did they unpublish these two first and then the third one? I mean, I guess that's kind of might be a comment on the fact that Five Nights at Freddy's is not as scary, but that's a topic for a different video. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think the third one is as scary as 1 and 2, and the fourth one or whatever. I kind of lost track of all the other games, but anyways, I actually made a trailer for the Scratch project Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which was then also removed, and this was sometime later. I made like a Doom tech demo, like where you could shoot people, and obviously that's not okay for Scratch, I guess. So yeah, the thing is, this is just my personal theory. I'm not saying this is true or anything, but I kind of get the feeling that the Scratch team is trying to get Scratch to a younger and younger audience. Because I remember when they published that, what was it called, Scratch Kids or something, which was basically like YouTube Kids, I think, basically like for little smaller children, sort of a simplified version. And I guess they just want more younger people on the website as well, which makes sense. I mean, it's good to get people into this coding stuff as young as possible, because then they learn lots of stuff pretty early on, and then they get better when they're older. And the earlier you start is better, usually, with most things. So I get it, but I wish they would just sort of keep maybe the young, below 12-year-old folks, people on Scratch Kids, and the older ones, just let them enjoy these FNAF games. But I mean, it's their decision, it's their website, it's MIT's university, so they do have sort of a reputation to uphold, and I don't know if copyrighted games on their website is very good for their reputation. But I'm gonna Google this Scratch Kids. Is that a thing? Scratch Junior. Scratch Junior, it's called. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm kind of curious. Are any of you people actually that watch my videos now? Are any of you actually from all the way back in 2014, 15, and saw the original projects as they were? If anyone of you actually saw these projects back when they were still published on my page, and if you're one of these really early followers, just comment, and I probably will tag your comment to the top of the comment section. Because that's interesting. I kind of want to get in contact with these people that saw my Scratch page all the way back in those days. Maybe they had some fun at school or something, I don't know. That would be nice, just hearing from those people maybe. I mean, the thing is, probably a lot of them were actually older than I was, so maybe they're now 20 or something. I'm 18 right now, so maybe they're if they were 14 back then playing FNAF, they would be 20 now. So that would be really interesting to see. If you're one of those, please comment, and even if you're not, please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this small little video, which is a bit different, but I enjoyed it. Not having to stick to a script and just talking whatever I come up with in the moment. It's kind of fun. And if this video doesn't get any views, it's probably going to be the first and last of these unscripted videos. But if you people enjoy it, then I might keep doing these. Maybe I'll do some about my Scratch projects, like The Room. That's a pretty cool one. Do I have any other cool Scratch projects left? Well, I guess PyOS is kind of interesting.